Hello, Heat fans. Welcome back to another installment of Wednesdays with Ward. This is episode number 2. And Coach, welcome back home. A long 2-week road trip, a pretty successful one. Just talk about being back in your familiar digs.
Well, it feels good. I mean, it has rained in 2 days here. It's sunny. It feels like it's out mid-60s, so life is good in Abbotsford. And it's just good to be back home. I think a lot of the guys have missed loved ones and just anxious to get back to their own beds.
Let's talk about that road trip for a second here. 7 games, 6 wins. Just overall, looking back as a whole, how proud of you were you with the team's effort?
Well, extremely proud. Obviously, you pile up those many wins on the road trip, and we kind of got on a roll there a little bit. We had some adversity, different types of adversity at different times, so it was a good growth road trip as much as winning. I mean, even if we hadn't won a lot of those games or part of those games, I thought we grew up a lot. I thought we faced some situations that you usually face in the American League. We just got a lot of different ones early in the year, so I thought that was really good. It gave us a chance to mature a little bit as a group and play through some tough times. So I was real proud of the guys, not only just for the winning, but just the process they went through to get those wins.
And just talk about some of that adversity you faced. You had your top scorer called up to the Flames. You suffered some injuries on the back end. Michael Furlan's sick in the last game. He can't go on Sunday. And just somehow, some way, your young team, led by a few veterans, were able to get the job done and able to get 12 out of 14 points.
Yeah, they just they came together well as a group. I thought that anytime you're winning like we've been able to have some success of late, you're getting a lot of different people contributing at a lot of different times and key moments. And sometimes it's goaltending, sometimes it's goal scoring, sometimes power play, sometimes penalty kill. And it's just individual efforts. But collectively, we had a chance because of the character of the room. I think the hard work of the room. They seem to not be bothered by a lot of things, whether it's a score or whatever, that we just kind of hang in there with the process and we just kind of keep kind of plugging along so far, and that's been a recipe for success.
So going into the season, Troy, there was a lot of the unknown just due to the fact that there's going to be so many new guys turning pro. So now we're over the quarter point of the season, and just want to get your comment on the rookies as a whole. You look at the guys like Corbin Knight, who's having a fantastic year, Ben Hanowski, and then the man in goal, Yanni Ordio, who's 9-0. Just talk about how impressed you've been with the rookies so far this season.
Well, have been. The biggest thing that you would say that you're impressed by is maybe the consistency they've been able to have, both within scoring and within goaltending. They've been able to put up some numbers. Granlund, all these guys have been able to put some numbers up, and our goaltending's been able to put some numbers up in their ways. So the consistency is what's been remarkable, I think, at this point in time. We've had no one really kind of jump to the forefront as a veteran. We don't obviously have any, really, so to speak, besides Dean Arsene and when Blair Jones was here. So he jumped a little bit to the forefront, but I think the committee is like just a group of young guys, so they all kind of chip in and they feed off each other, and I think that's been really good for our room. 2
more for you here, Troy, and I want to get your thoughts on the upcoming series with Utica. Been a pretty good season series overall. You guys started your 9-game win streak with back-to-back wins against them in late October and then early November. They're coming on of late. They've got 4 wins. Just what are you expecting this weekend when the Comets roll into town?
Well, good hockey. I liked our games over there. As you know, calling our games, it's not like we're blowing a lot of teams out. I mean, we've had a couple of wins that have been a little lopsided, but in general, we're a 1-goal team, so we would expect nothing but the same this weekend. They're a team that we respect. They have some good veteran players on that team. They just added Cal O'Reilly from over in Europe, so they've got some players that can play, and we thought they played really well there. We were just, it was just starting our growth right then, and we kind of kept punching back and hung in there over there. But I thought both games, obviously we pulled Reto at one point in time. We were down 3-1, and we came back and won that game. So we're very aware that they can come in here and do some good things for themselves, and we just got to try and stay with our process and what we're doing.
And finally, Troy, we all know it draws a big crowd when the Canucks affiliate rolls into town. You've seen your fair share of big crowds here when you face up against the Canucks affiliate. Just how much do the players enjoy that much more of the atmosphere like we're probably going to see this weekend with Utica here at the AESC?
That's a good question. It's more of a player's question than mine. I really don't think it really affects us whether we play in front of a lot of people or not a lot of people, to be honest with you. I think the guys are so focused. The game's different today than it was even 4 or 5 years ago in this league. Obviously, anybody in life is going to get charged up with a lot of people in the building, and whether they're for you or against you, it's just the fact that there's people in the seats and that there's some loud noise going on here at this arena, we've become accustomed to playing not in front of big crowds all the time. We understand that, and when we do have them, we enjoy them, whether they're for us or against us. It really doesn't matter. Like I thought on the road this last week, we had some good crowds, and they weren't really for us there neither. So we just kind of stayed with the process and just went about our business. So I think the guys are excited to be home and play here. We enjoy playing in front of our fans, very much so. But who's here and who they cheer for, well, that remains to be seen.
Well, episode 2 in the books. Thanks a lot for doing this, Troy, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.